We are talking about how to create a punch-worthy headline, a scroll-stopping headline, a headline that's gonna get people to read or watch your videos, okay? So that's what we're talking about today. So this does pertain mostly to video posts. However, you can still use it for text posts to get them to read more. But there's two sentences that you are going to use in your headline. Two sentences, you guys ready? Number one is the problem. Okay, so you want to talk about there's two sort of ways to approach the problem. Now, you've heard me talk about this a little bit before, but the problem is something that they know they have already. Like they know, let's see, so Virginia, I talked to her a little bit yesterday, and she's working on being a coach, a business and a mindset coach. Maybe a business coach that focuses on mindset, or a mindset coach that focuses on business, or just both. So in her case, her target audience perhaps might be someone who wants to grow a business, but they have some fears and blocks. Maybe something happened in their past that they need to get through. They might kind of connect with someone like Virginia, who focuses on the mindset piece of that, right? And so what she would do in the problem sentence of her headline, so there's two sentences that you guys are going to take away. These videos are going to give you actual things to do. So the problem sentence, that first sentence, she might say something like, are you feeling a little stuck with your business and you're not getting the momentum that you desire? Now, she can go deeper than that. That's just a little bit high level generic. If you can be a little bit more specific and say something like, you know, there are roadblocks in your way that's prohibiting you from actually getting the revenue that you desire, right? And so that might strike a chord and get them to stop scrolling on Facebook, right? So that's another thing that we can do. Angela says, utilize stories too. Absolutely, yes. So we want people to actually, you want to kind of just blatantly put out the problem that your audience is having. And they already know that they have a problem. Now, the other side of that is they might not even know they have a problem. And in that instance, you're acting as the reporter. For example, I think about a year ago or so I saw on the news where if you're taking pictures with your phone, people on Facebook can actually identify your location based on your pictures, like if you're posting pictures. And so, you know, we didn't know that. Like people can actually look up where you are. That's kind of scary, right? And so, so Virginia says, great idea, good. So basically, you as if that's your field, you as a reporter would say, hey, let me tell you about the problem that you didn't know you had, right? So did you know that people can find your location based on the pictures that you're posting? Here's one way to safeguard yourself from people finding your location. That's the headline. So number one is, hey, I bet you didn't know you had this problem, but if you're posting your pictures on Facebook and you don't have a setting on your phone, people can identify your location. Here's one way to safeguard yourself. And so now that's the headline. That is the two-sentence headline. Okay, let's take my headline, for example. Struggling to write a compelling headline on social media? Problem. What's the promise? The promise is the only two sentences you're gonna need to get your audience to stop and pay attention. That's the promise. So that's what you guys are gonna do. That's it, 2 sentences for your headline, especially for a video post like this. It could be live or it could be recorded, but I want you to be doing this. I want you to, number one, give a problem. It could be a problem they know they have or a problem they don't know they have. Try to be as specific as possible. So don't be so high level. I don't want you to sound like everyone else. I'm looking out for you. And I'm going to challenge you, and I'm saying, no, that sounds too generic. You're too good for that to be lost in the shuffle. Get a little bit deeper, get a little bit more specific, and give me the one problem that you know your audience has. I'd love to hear you guys' your problems for your audience. And then number 2, you're going to give the promise again. So the promise is actually the takeaway. What can they take away from your video once the video is over, once they leave? Right? So you're going to be able to take away from this video the 2 sentences that I'm giving you for getting people to stop and pay attention. Problem, promise. What can you then promise that they have to click through to watch the video? What can you promise that they have to click and read the rest of your post? What is the problem and what is the promise? Let me do some examples. Vivian's a VA, but she does a lot. So she's probably like an OBM as well, and she could do a lot of stuff for people. She's got a lot of value to bring. So she might say in her problem, she might say for the headline, the first sentence for the headline, she might say, struggling with trying to organize your events, your upcoming holiday events. Are you struggling to organize your upcoming holiday events? Question mark. Number one. Number two is the promise. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways you can streamline your event processes. Done. So easy, so simple. You guys are like, that wasn't hard. That's simple. That's easy. All right, so I got an example from Angela. Struggling to stand out on social media so you can make a genuine connections with leads for your business. Ooh, I love it. I'm loving it. Struggling to stand out on social media so you can make genuine connections with leads for your business. I love that. That's the problem. Put a question mark there. Add some little fun emojis. That's awesome, Angela. Good for you, girl. Our brains are connected to end and quantifying. So like an end game or end result and numbers. So if you can give a number, here are 5 ways. Here are 2 things you can do. Here's how you can do this in 1 month or less. If you can do that, it kind of gives it another punch for them to say, ooh, I want to do that. Because it gives them that tangible like aspect of those numbers to really grab hold on and say, okay, there's 3 things. Your brain wants to follow 3 things. Number 1, number 2, number 3. What does it say on my headline? 2 sentences. Number 1, you're going to wait around for number 2, right? You're not going to kind of leave number 2. So exactly. Thank you. Thank you for that example. Vivian says, awesome. Very good, guys. Okay. The last one I'll give you, and then we have some other examples in the cheat sheet, but it's like this, I have a social media specialist. And so one example is she's a Pinterest specialist. So in her problem, it might say, need a simple way to get traffic to your blog without spending hours on marketing. Now, that's good, but how can I actually put a little bit more oomph to that, right? So, so Virginia says, are your fears causing you to feel stuck? Okay, yes. Are your fears causing you to feel stuck? Can you add a little bit more, Virginia? A little bit more with like stuck with what, right? So it might be someone who's like feeling stuck with like heights or something. But if you want to like get to your target more, get to that person more. So are your fears causing you to feel stuck with if it's a personal thing or if it's business growth, just keep that going to really target who you're really speaking to. I think that will actually put it over the top for sure. And then so Angela says, so add in the next 30 days. Whoa, yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys are making me so excited. Really juice up your headline so people consume your content. And when people consume your content, you build the know, like, and trust factor. And that's what you need to get people to invest in your service. Okay, yay, I'm so excited. So back to that Pinterest specialist. Instead of saying, need a simple way to drive traffic to your blog without spending hours on marketing, she can say something like this. I'm going to go a little deeper. She can say, are you losing money on Facebook ads trying to get traffic to your blog? Ooh, that hurts a little more. Hurts a little more when you're losing money, doesn't it? Are you losing money on Facebook ads trying to get traffic to your blog? That hurts. Okay, and then so her promise, number 2, that second sentence, her promise could be the new way to use Pinterest pins to send 100 visits to your site by the end of the month. I mean, we did it right there, right? We totally did it there. So we went a little deeper with the pain because you're losing money. That's more hurtful than wasting time, which it's kind of the same, but it's a little bit more. And the new way to use Pinterest pins. Now, what is she doing here? She's being the reporter. So maybe they didn't know that there's this way. She's reporting there's a better way. When Facebook changes their algorithm, you can come in and jump on the news. There's a new way to do things that you didn't know before. I'm going to report to you, show you the problem that you didn't know you have, and then give you the promise if you watch my video or if you read my post. That is it.